guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm super excited to be here again. So yes, if you are new to my channel, you are welcome. You are welcome in the name of the Lord. You are welcome in the name of the we can I'm sorry, I think I'm just really excited today. So if you're new to my channel, you're welcome to my channel. My name is Oluwanifemi Boluwatife Abiola, and I'm super excited to have you here. So when you're done watching this video, if you like what we're talking about right here on this channel, we talk about faith, we talk about purpose. I'm very loud on purpose, I'm very loud on intentional growth. And I believe that your growth should be all around, because when one aspect of your life is neglected, it would affect the other parts of your life. So if you like what we're talking about in this channel, feel free to join the family by clicking on that subscribe button and clicking on the bell just to notify you when I upload a new video. And if you are a returning subscribers, the gang. So you're welcome back. Thank you for always watching the video. Thank you for your comments. You know, I always say it, your comments, guys. Thank you so much, because I know how hectic it can be to take your phone and then begin to type out comment, but you always keep coming through for me. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. So yes, today is going to be a continuation of last week's video. So just in case you've not watched last week's video, I suggest that you go and watch it, because that video I talked about the most important thing in all I want to talk about today. So today is just a continuation of what I talked about last week. So today we're still going to be talking about how to handle rejection. How do you handle rejection as a person, either as a male or a female? Now I know that many people could feel like, okay, how does handling rejection, how does it help you grow and everything? But if you have experienced rejection, you understand how psychologically draining it can be, and how that it can affect every other aspect of your life. So today I'm just going to be sharing with you a few tips, few points that I've garnered that can help you overcome rejection from any form. Now these points apply majorly to relationships, romantic relationships, but it can be applied to every other kind of rejection. Right, so I have just a few points here, and then we're just going to be talking about it in the next few minutes. So just in case you are not well seated yet, I suggest you have your seat, plug your earphones, get a cold drink, and be prepared to enjoy yourself on this journey. Alright, so the first point is life is not fair. And that's the truth. Life is not fair. You cannot expect that because you do not eat a lion, that a lion will see you and not eat you. Don't worry, lion will not eat you. But life is not fair, and that's the truth. Is that rejection happens. Rejection is a very, should I say, common thing. So the fact that it's not, should I say, it's not such a big deal. That happens. It happens with everybody. It happens with anybody. It's not dependent on how good you are or how not good you are. It just happens. And many times it might not be your fault. It might not even be your fault. That's the truth. The fact that, and that's why you really need to watch my previous video in case you have not. Now, I wrote here, I said that it might not be about you. Now, there's this tendency that when you experience a rejection, the first thought or the first thing that usually happens is to want to think about what you did not do well. What could I have done better? What was I not this enough? Did I not do this enough? Did I not try this enough? And look, everybody has that feeling like, what did I not do enough and everything. But the truth is, it might not be about you. You know that breakup line that we hear, that it's not about you, it's about me. Sometimes it might actually just be true. That's not about you, it's about the person. And sometimes you guys are just not compatible. It was just not meant to be. I don't know if you get my point. So it's the fact that sometimes it's not about you. So when you get rejected, it's not the time for you to begin to put a blame party, I mean, say, what did I not do well? I'm not this, I'm not that. It might not be about you, and that's totally fine. Then talk to a friend. Trust me, friends are lifesavers when it comes to these things. Talk to a friend that loves you and knows you genuinely. Someone that you know that would not criticize you. Someone that you know can be there for you. Someone that you know will be there for you. Talk to a friend. It's always a banker, trust me. Talk to that one person you know that has your back all the time. It would always help. Always help. So feel free to talk to that person. Some persons lock up after a kind of rejection. Maybe they've had a couple of rejections and then they just lock up. That's really not the best thing to do. Talk to someone. And if you think that, honestly, rejection can be so emotionally draining, And sometimes you might even need to talk to someone beyond your friend. If you need to see someone ahead of you, if it could be spiritual, maybe you need to see your pastor, you need to see your counselor in church. And if you need to see a therapist, yes, a therapist, please feel free. Feel free to see someone, get professional counsel. Because some people, this thing affects some people so much. And you wonder why someone seems to be doing well so professionally, but their life just does not seem to be together. They don't seem to find that genuine happiness. They're not happy. They're not joyful. And the funny part is that the fact that you are either a Christian or a Muslim does not even mean that you cannot experience these things. Or that even an atheist does not mean that you cannot experience these things, because it's emotions. So if you need to talk to somebody, talk to somebody. If you need to talk to someone professionally, please, by all means, get help. It's not the time for you to, there's something I say a lot, that when you have a wound, right, and they want to treat it, doctor wants to treat it. If it's a covered wound, but the wound is not done, it's not healed rather, the first thing the doctor does is to peel off that surface, the surface of that wound, so that he can treat it. Because if it's not opened, then there is no way they'll be able to have access to it. So sometimes talking to someone helps you to opens up that bottled emotion. Sometimes you cry, sometimes you want to shout. It's fine. It's totally good, darling. Cry, shout. Whatever you want to do, talk to someone. That's really important. And then give yourself time to heal. I hope I don't overemphasize this, but it's important that you don't overlook certain. Now, this is not just about rejection. When anything negative happens to you, do not just sweep it under the carpet and move on with your life. Give yourself time to you deal with it. Because how the mind is structured to I remember when I was in secondary school, I had some issues, I had some things that happened to me while I was in secondary school, and I didn't pay much attention to it. I was hurt back then. It hurt me back then, things with friends and all of that. So it hurt me back then. I was really hurt, but I just, moved on, just forgive and forget, moved on with my life. But when I got to the higher institution, I noticed that those things, I didn't heal from it. And so it began to affect my communication with people, with my friends. It began to affect how I relate with them. And so I had to intentionally revisit that part of me, that past of me, and I had to deal with it. So take out time to heal. If you need to cut communications. If you think you need to go on a break, go on a break. Your mental health is important. So please, whatever you think you need to do that would help you heal. If you think traveling, if you can afford a trip to Dubai, it's gonna be a great idea. So if you need a trip, and if you cannot afford a trip to Dubai, even if it is ShopRite, right? If you're in Nigeria, you understand what I mean by ShopRite, yeah? And anything, any part, really. The point is anywhere that just makes you feel better, or anything. It might be playing a game. Whatever makes you feel better, whatever helps your process of healing, should be considered, should be done. Right now, I want to add something to that aspect of healing. Now, when I say healing, I don't mean closing up, because you see what many people do. Now, this could be even in terms of relationship rejection or any other kind of rejection. Is that people close up? They close up their heart. Maybe you've experienced rejection 2 or 3 times. You feel like love is not for me. I'm done with this. I'm done. I'm this, I'm not interested anymore, I'm not this anymore. That is not the approach to give that kind of situation, because it does not help you. That's the truth. So heal, right? But do not deprive yourself of certain, should I say, important things, but do not deprive yourself of what you actually want because someone did not accept you. It's just the same way. If you've watched my previous video, chocolate cake will not stop selling because one person did not like it. I mean, who are you? Right? So so the fact that you've experienced rejection 1 or 2 times does not mean you should close up and say, I'm not ready to talk to anybody about it. Some people don't even talk to people about it. They don't talk to anybody about it. They just go through that phase alone. They lock up and they say, no, my heart is sealed. My heart is sealed eternally. And I wanted to make a joke. Well, it's an inside joke anyway, but it's not like now people that something like that happens to you, you hear them probably say, I want to be, if you're a Christian now, you hear them say things like I want to be celibate for Jesus. I want to not get married for Jesus. I'm married to Jesus. I'm this and that. It's okay to be celibate for Jesus. It's okay to want to be celibate for Jesus. But do not use the excuse of a rejection to be celibate for Jesus, because Jesus did not send you celibacy. Alright, so I think another thing I noticed here is the fact that you are not worthless. Rejection does not define you. Rejection is not who you are. Rejection is not who you are. Rejection does not define you. So it's okay for people or for a person not to want you. It's okay for that person not to desire you. It's fine. It does not define you. So don't have that. Don't begin to shift things and then begin to think that, okay, I'm worthless. I'm not good enough, because there's tendency, I'm not good enough. I'm worthless. Like you hear you say, I'm not a wife material, or maybe I'm a wife material 10 yards, when there's another person is a wife material 100 yards, 1,000 yards. You are not worthless. You are good. You may not be perfect, because we are not perfect. We are working towards perfection, right? But you are good as long as you know that you're a good human. Now, I want to say something as well, that the 6th point, I think I noticed here, is focus on getting better. Now the truth is, there could be the tendency, I will not be the kind of person that will tell you that it's usually the other party's fault all the time. Now give an honest review of yourself. Now this applies to even when you apply for a particular thing, a company or something, and then you didn't get it. Give yourself an honest review. What do you think you could have done better? What do you think you could have improved on? Because the truth is, if I get into a relationship with someone, or if I like someone, right, and the two of us, we seem to have been getting close and all of that, and then all of a sudden I notice that this person spends anyhow, like just spends, or maybe this person is very stingy to himself, to his family, to his friends, very stingy. There's a large chance that I might eventually not say yes to the person. Now it does not mean the person is not good, don't get me wrong. Now this person is good, but it's just because of that trait. So be honest with yourself. Give yourself an honest review. What do you think you can work on? Focus on getting better. I mean yourself. Be better. Be a better person than how the person left you. Don't wallow so much in self-pity that you begin to drown. Get better. What can I do to make myself better? How can I become better? Intellectually, mentally. Don't focus on physical getting better alone. How can I get better intellectually? Character-wise, what can I do to improve myself? These are things that would help you, so that by the time you go into the next thing, maybe bid for the next pump. Because even let's say when it comes to business opportunities, now when you say, okay, I am applying to be a writer for a particular company, but now I fit all of the other criteria, but I do not know about SEO, search engine optimization. What do you do then? Do you just begin to cry and say, oh my god, I don't know about search engine? What should you do? Take an online course on search engine optimization. It's that simple. So look for, okay, what was the thing that I could have done better in pitching to this company? I pitched to a company, I got rejected. What could I have done better? Work on yourself. Oh, this person rejected me. Is there any part that is my fault? Be honest. If you think there is, then work on it. And if you think there's not, move on. It's your loss. And sometimes it's not their loss, it's just the fact that they don't want you. It's simple. And I already said life is not fair. The fact that they don't want you does not mean they're a bad person or they're a bad person. And it does not mean you're a bad person, it just means they don't want you. And it's fine, because you might also not want someone else. You can also not want someone else. And it does not mean that person is bad. So sometimes that is just how life is. You are not who they want, and it's fine. They are not who you want, and it's fine. Okay? So I hope that these tips will really help you. Feel free to leave something in the comment section. Let me know which part of these tips really helped you. And if you're going through any form of rejection or the other, I just hope that you reach out to someone. I hope that you talk to someone about it. I hope that you don't just hide it somewhere in your heart. You don't lock up because of that particular thing. I hope that you are willing to come out of that shell and talk about it and express, because it can be really painful, especially when it's from someone you love. I know what it can do to you mentally. So I know it can be really painful and all of that, and that's why I really need you to heal from it. And I know that the truth is nobody cannot overcome it. You can't overcome it. You can get better. You can even get better than you were before meeting that person. Yes, it's very possible. So yes, I think I am going to be stopping here today. I think I'm really going to be stopping here today. I said I was probably going to interview 1 or 2 persons. I don't know really, but let's see how it goes. I think I want to hear people's perspective, but tell me in the comment section again, in case you did not do so in the last video, how do you handle rejection? What other points did you think I did not talk about? Feel free to share in the comment section, especially if you're a youth. We're learning, we're getting better. I am learning from you, you're learning from me. It just so happens that I have the channel, right, that we're using as the medium to exchange knowledge, but this is an exchange because I will be reading in the comment section. So till I see you next week, I am Oluwanifemi Abiola. Bye.